This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that LeVar Walker Show. Turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that LeVar Walker Show. Oh yeah, you turn scars into skits, old wounds into bits. Every call in, every friend feels like Sunday once again. From the grind to the glow up, glass half empty, you pour more up. You take the weight we hold below and lift it on the LeVar Walker Show. This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that LeVar Walker Show. Turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that LeVar Walker Show. Hey, some days heavy, some days light. You still find a way to make it feel alright. When the world's too loud, when the bill's too high, I press play, hear your voice, and I remember why. This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry.
Yo, what's happening? Welcome back to the greatest show on the face of the earth. We back in the building again. Man, what is today? Today is Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. We back with another episode of LeVar Walker Show podcast, man. And something just popped up. It just crossed my mind. I had to stop everything. It's just come to my attention that Gary, Indiana, which is close to me, a lot of my family, cousins, right next door to Chicago, grew up in Gary. And we would go visit Gary often, but Gary has been without power now for like a week, and no one seems to be reporting on this. And this was just brought to my attention, so let's just take a look at what's going on here. Make sure you guys can hear. Also, come into the chat, holla at me. But yeah, let's check this out.
Right now, Griffith police officers are going door to door doing welfare checks while a third of the town remains without power. That's roughly 5,500 customers, according to town leaders, who are now calling on NIPSCO to do more and fast.
I haven't had power in 7 days. I'm diabetic and I have my medicine in a refrigerator.
Frustration on both sides of the podium about NIPSCO.
It's frustrating. We're not getting an honest discussion back from them.
Fills the small council chamber in Griffith, Indiana.
We haven't seen anybody assess anything from behind Wood and 39th all the way to Arbogast. There's about 8 trees down still.
Residents and town leaders voicing their concerns during a council meeting while thousands in northwest Indiana remain without power 1 week after storms left a trail of damage. We saw contractors out, finally removing debris from Broad Street in town.
This tree's been here as long as the home, and we've never been out of power for longer than 24 hours, and this has been the worst I've ever seen.
It only happened after Town Council President Rick Rifa says he reached out directly to a NIPSCO lineman. While he's also forced to use this generator for electricity at his house.
NIPSCO doesn't allow anybody, including the town, to clear tree limbs that are on live wires or even dead wires. That's their policy.
NIPSCO did not respond to our questions on whether removing debris and trees from power lines is the company's responsibility or each municipality.
I think today is the breaking point when we aren't seeing a whole lot of NIPSCO trucks in town. We understand we're not the only ones to be affected by this terrible storm. However, we still have 3/4 of our population without power.
Meantime, NIPSCO is calling this massive power outage the worst the company has experienced in its history and asking customers to remain patient. This while the company says in nearby Munster and Highland, the people there might not get their power back on until next week, Tuesday. In Griffith, Indiana, I'm Trey Ward, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, so this is a problem, and this just represents a problem that I think we're having just in the U.S., and I think it's a problem that's being disguised. I think we are entering a time where we're like low-key becoming a third world country. I think a lot of our power grids and a lot of our infrastructure that we have in this country is like unraveling and falling apart. And then you have people too. Like I had a cousin, she passed, but she was actually on a, she had you couldn't turn her power off because she was on a heart, she had the heart thing to keep her heart going. And if power was to go out and that thing couldn't charge up, she would die. So this is like a very, very serious matter. And I'm very, very shocked that no one in media even seems to be covering this matter or even bringing attention to it because people have been in the dark for so long. And I'm kind of at a loss for words. I also pulled up something too with a young lady. I guess she's talking about this. Let's take a look at this.
My name's Asha, and I'm in a black.
Let me see what's going on here. Let's listen to Aja. Shout out to Jalen 2K5, man. He's out in Maryville, right next to Indiana. I'm familiar with Maryville too. But let's see what this young lady has to say, who's living in this right now, and what's going on.
My name's Asha, and I'm in a blackout, one of the worst ever for Indiana, and we're going on about a motherfucking week. So come get ready with me as I go in my house, load my fucking pew-pew because people are robbing people for generators, and put new batteries in my flashlight as we navigate the fucking apocalypse. This is my dog Carter, by the way. As you can see, little and not able to bite a fucking thing. All right, for starters, we got the Walmart special. I went and bought 3 lanterns that all take batteries, and they come with batteries, so I don't have to buy any more, but I do have extra because I don't trust myself with candles, and it is pitch black dark. How dark, one might ask? Well, let me show you. This is how dark it is.
Man.
And I'm in my car. Notable haul number 2. I have a battery set that I've already opened because I'm terrified to go in my house. But unfortunately, this is what we have to do because I no longer can afford to keep staying in hotels. And I also have no signal, so that's great.
Wait a minute here. They say they robbing people for generators, bro. Oh, no, you going off what she said. We got somebody in, Gary. Shout out to Biz Network 3025. So much I can say, but this person doesn't have the power on their phone. So everybody in the chat, please go spread the word. Let's bring a lot of attention to this matter. Let's get on the head of the governor of Indiana for neglecting this. And I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Are they talking about next Tuesday power's coming on? You got people with diabetes medications. This going to
Now, before I go outside of my car to make sure my fucking doors are locked, because again, people are breaking into cars, houses, and stealing whatever they can get their fucking hands on, I'm going to make sure I have batteries in my flashlight. Now, one thing that I want to make abundantly clear. Yeah, I need to hurry up. One thing I want to make abundantly clear is the longer you stay your monkey ass in the car, the more chance you have of somebody running up and pistol whipping you. So you got to hurry the fuck up. Oh my God, I didn't put the batteries in, right?
This is on the level of like the Purge or something, bro. Like, you got power out a week. You know how much damage can be done? Because that means there's like, I don't even know. I guess she's doing this off her cell phone. But you talking about Wi-Fi down, cameras not working, alarm systems not working. This is like Armageddon that's going on in Gary right now. And no one's talking about this.
We've got action. So my next step is going to be grab everything I can, get in the fucking house, and then get the batteries in my lantern, using, why is this flashing? Using just this and my little.
It seems like the best thing for her to do. I don't know a financial situation, but she just need to probably drive to Chicago. Y'all need to get the hell up out of Gary for right now. If you can, I'm praying you can, and just go to a hotel or something because that's just totally unsafe. And this is really pathetic. But like I said, it's the power grids and stuff that's, really declining in America. Because even in my house, we have blackouts. Like, I'm probably going to have to buy a generator myself. And I don't even know how you still in a generator because generators, well, I guess depending on, a lot of people get the generator built into the ground on side of the house and it runs off a gas line. So I don't even know how they still in generators. But think about it, if you had a generator right now in Gary for 2 weeks, you the only one in the neighborhood with the lights on. Somebody might kick that goddamn door in. You know what I mean? Because I don't even know how the police functioning. How's anybody functioning? She says she doesn't have the money for the hotels anymore. This is insane. This is insane. And people can't leave the house. That's right, because they got to stand there with a shotgun and a pistol to keep robbers and thieves from out of it. So I'm just at a total loss for words, man. This is sad on so many levels. And like I said, even here in Atlanta, we are having rolling blackouts. And as they build these data AI centers that are just draining power from the grid and draining more electricity, I'm sure this is just the beginning of things to come. That is crazy. They stole 11 generators for the train activations, bro. That's insane, bro. Like, I'm at a loss for words. Shout out, man. We got 151 in here today. Shout out to everybody pulling up, man. A lot of people, YouTube and Twitter, a lot of people on Twitter. Shout out to all y'all for checking it out. I don't know how people supposed to live without a week with power, man, but I just think this is a sign for things to come in America. So I really don't know. We still fighting a senseless war over in Iran, and I don't know where we headed. So to everybody that's watching this, and I'm going to do this today, man, please go out, maybe get you a small generator, get you some batteries, get all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, buy everything you can. If you got pistols, get you some ammunition because this is a sign of times and we can't ignore this. But this is unreal. Shout out to Lame, the producer. Shout out to him, everybody in the chat. 2 weeks without basic necessities. Yeah, that's really an eye-opener. And we supposed to be the most advanced, richest country in the nation. I mean, it's really pathetic. Drinking water. Like, you got to have a pallet. Like, I think I'm just going to build a back room where we can load up the truck and get the hell on up out of here. And with this, too, I drive an electric car. I got an electric car, and then I got a gas truck. You kind of need both. More so a gas car than the electric. Because if you got a Tesla out there, something, man, you just cook, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's unreal, man. I want to go over something, too, man. The fraternities in Penn State. This was a fraternity in Penn State, a white fraternity. Let me see. I know we've been talking about, like, a lot of people been denouncing Divine Nine. So we have a lot of black people that have been going in on the Divine Nine. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And they go in because they say, well, you taking an oath and you did this and you did that, all of which no one can show me hardcore paperwork where I took this oath or where I'm praying to Kappa God. However, a white fraternity in Pennsylvania, they were just caught making the pledgees bag and sell cocaine. They was bagging and selling dope. And for the pledge process, like it's one thing to haze, but y'all got them bagging and selling dope. Like what's going on? And you know what's interesting? I haven't heard any white people denouncing any of these fraternities. It started with the white folks. You know, black people, we did Divine Nine due to segregation and shit like that to give each other information. But the white people started this. So let's check it out.
Another Fox News alert, a group of Penn State fraternity brothers just got busted for running a massive cocaine trafficking ring. Christina Coleman has more. Christina.
Yeah, this was a massive cocaine ring. It's crazy how much money these kids were making. So apparently a group of Penn State college boys are accused of running a huge cocaine ring out of their own frat houses. Police say the group trafficked as much as a kilo of cocaine at a time onto campus, and they were apparently making some serious cash, with court docs stating that one pickup had cost about $22,000.
They were going to New York State, and they had sources, and just like any other drug trafficker, they were bringing it to Penn State. This is extremely serious. I mean, this is cocaine, and cocaine is unbelievably addictive.
14 people, mostly current or former Penn State students, were slapped with charges for allegedly taking part in this huge cocaine trafficking ring between 2023 and 2024 out of the Delta Epsilon and Sigma Chi fraternities. Authorities say these two frat bros were allegedly top dealers and identified one of them as, get this, Agostino Abiatella of New York. He's also reportedly known as Pablo Plejkobar, and investigators say his frat brother, Thomas Robinson, had already been arrested for dealing drugs back in 2024, and apparently it's a family affair. Robinson's father, Paul, was also charged with felonies related to his attempts to conceal evidence during this investigation.
I find it amazing that this is like the only. Could you imagine if this was a black fraternity? Could you imagine if this was the Qs, the Kappas, or the Alphas, how this shit'll be everywhere, and how not only would white media be tearing us down, but niggas would be kicking our fucking backs in. And it's like a little whisper of this. And these white boys have people online. They had people online pledging, and a part of your pledge process is to cook the dope. You had to cut up and cook the dope and put it in the bags. That was a part of their pledge process. So to the black people that are denouncing our Divine Nine Greek letter organizations, let's get in line. Denounce this. Talk about this first. Even though we don't talk about we don't denounce gang activity and all that other crime shit in the community. We want to get rid of the Divine Nine. Talk about these white boys selling dope and making they pledgees bag up coke and do whatever. Talk about that.
What I can say is the allegations were that a parent helped sort of try to cover it up after the fact.
Oh, really?
When he discovered that his son was in trouble. And so obviously that's behavior that's completely unacceptable.
And get this, some of the suspects in this case allegedly put the pledges to work, forcing them to cut and bag cocaine as part of their indoctrination into the frats.
Look at this shit. Just imagine you online. Yo, listen up. Listen up, pledgees. This is what we're going to do in front of you. You see bags of cocaine, bags of dope. You're going to be obliged to put the powder in the bag. That's what we're going to do. And they did it. This is wild.
And it's wild how much some of these students are accused of making. One buyer even claimed he paid one of the top dealers more than $50,000 for cocaine. So yeah, if you're the parent of one of these kids and thought they were just busy playing beer pong and hanging out doing typical frat stuff, you were definitely wrong, according to prosecutors who described these frat bros as running a highly coordinated, profitable drug trafficking crew that acted as an upper-level trafficking organization for the region, the entire region, Jesse.
Pablo Plejkobar.
Yes.
That's
Pablo Plejkobar. and they are whispering this shit. I'm going to do some extra videos on this. You know, I got to do my roasting videos, my talking head videos on this. And you see how they laughing and shit? I want to show y'all how the media portrays it. This is funny. If my black ass was making boys or pledging boys and having them bag of dope for me, could y'all imagine? Do you think that woman would be smiling? Do you think that white man would be smiling and laughing like that shit is a joke? Let's keep it funky, bro. Like, what? Now, I just roasted some brothers that were pledging the alumni chapter, and he lost his job as a Secret Service agent. We saw that shit everywhere. These white boys are selling dope on campus, using pledges, and we ain't heard shit about it, man. Come on, man. What are we doing? On Fox News, it's so funny. Let my black ass would have been called on Fox News today. Well, LeVar Walker, member of Kappa Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, was seen trafficking cocaine. I want to say that these black fraternities, these black Greek letter organizations are no more than gangs. And then they have a nigga come on there, yeah, because I denounced it, and it was against God. This is what would happen. This is what would happen. But the irony, and she laughing. If it was me, and that's a black lady laughing, if it was our black ass, she would be destroyed. She'd be kicking our back in. Tell me where the lie is, y'all. Ain't nothing funny about this shit. Nothing.
It's good. I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. They were just doing fraternity things, you know, like cutting cocaine and selling dope on campus. Yeah. Come on, man. These are criminals, crooks. They ass need to be in jail. Throw their ass in jail. There's nothing funny about it. They're on campus poisoning kids. And probably they hiding about the fentanyl they was probably selling too. So give me a break. Give me a break. You know what I mean? I fight the good fight. I try to remain relatively objective or in the center of a lot of things, but this is just blatant. What are y'all doing? I'm just disgusted by this, man. This is creepy, and I need to screenshot this because she gonna be the one. She on Fox News. She gonna be the one to go off with something happened to a black person. I'm telling you that right now. I cannot imagine. They laughing about this, giggling and shit. Boy, I tell you what. It is difficult being a black person. It is. It is. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world, but man. You at the hard, it's a hard level of the game. I tell you that. It's a hard level. Also, too, look, I'm 50. I don't really keep up with a lot of this stuff, but it's looking like Little Durk. It's looking like Durk might go down, man. I don't know. If anybody in the chat, y'all can come let me know. It's looking like Durk might be in some real serious trouble here. I thought he was going to beat the case, but it's not looking too good for him. Durk is from Chicago, and he's up for sliding for King Von. He was avenging the death of one of the members, King Von. But let's check this out real quick.
So I'm here at the federal courthouse after the Little Durk hearing, and we just had some very, very interesting information about, possibly the most well-known alleged cooperator in this case, OTF Jam. Now, there was a crazy back and forth where they brought up a bunch of things about Jam. They said that the song Back Again was going to be used, and I'm not going to lie, I was happy to hear that because that's like one of my favorite songs. But obviously, in that song, he talks about, Jam got out that jam, I gave him 50,000, he ain't got to ask again. Well, they're basically saying that Jam is going to testify and cooperate and say that that 50,000 that Durk gave him that he rapped about him back again, which bear in mind was made before King Von even died, but Jam is going to testify and say that he believes that he was given that money basically as like a, you know, as a show of loyalty to basically kind of get, you know, some kind of like future, as basically not like a prepayment, but basically like on the hopes that in future he might be able to do things for him, he might be able to slide for him. Now what's crazy is that he's allegedly gonna testify that actually when they were filming a music video, at some point, okay, this is absolutely crazy, at some point, all right, Durk and a bunch of the other members apparently confronted Jam in a bathroom. They took him into the bathroom, which is super weird, and they apparently confronted him, and they basically said, you moving too hot, you're gonna get us jammed up, you got to be more careful about committing murders, and you're going to get the feds on us. Now, apparently that wasn't talking about the Pab murder. Apparently there's other murders, and it sounds like he's actually going to admit to the feds that he was doing all kinds of murders that haven't even been prosecuted by the sounds of it, not even related to this murder, and that he was basically a top hitter in OTF and for the Black Disciples, and that it was really that serious, and Jam was doing all that. So Jam's name came up a couple times. So another area where Jam was brought up, they basically talked about this federal freestyle, and they said that, you know, it's funny because the prosecutors literally said, look, Jam wasn't known as a good rapper. He was known as a hitter, a killer for OTF and for the Black Disciples. He was known as a Black Disciple hitter, and that's why he was put on this federal, ironically named federal freestyle, and that was basically as like, you know, as a favor for Jam. They were saying that that was almost like to solidify his place in the ranks of OTF and the dirt that he was going to or had already committed for the crew. And they basically said that apparently Jam is going to testify that he was in the federal freestyle, and that he basically is going to say that, look, he felt like if he didn't do the murder, if he didn't participate in this hit, that he felt like he wouldn't be included in these there's all types of sirens going on right now. It's crazy. That basically that they feel like Jam said that he didn't feel like he would have been included in all the OTF, you know, things that were going on, these opportunities, if he hadn't participated in that murder.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a wrap. I think it's over. I don't think that Brian Steele or Drew Feinling will be able to save Durk. You know, they all run to Brian Steele and Drew Feinling. And then, too, I want to go with what my man said right here. Rap ain't even in the top 40. The shit is over. It's over. Even if he get out, like, bruh, I don't see it, man. Rap ain't, the only rappers selling tickets right now is Drake and Kanye. And this is to live concerts, dude. I think it's over, man. And to be honest, man, at this point, I loved hip hop growing up, but it's been so perverted, and just the greed and everything, and the killings and black people hurting each other. It's really terrible. It's a terrible genre at this point. The music is horrific. And even if Durk gets out, he's been down for so long, I don't see him getting out and saving the genre or saving rap. I mean, right now you're looking at rap music, hip hop, you haven't even replaced Drake. Like, Drake been hot since 2009, bro. They don't have who's the new guy? You know what I mean? Kanye about to be 50, man. Drake 40. Who's the new guy? You know what I mean? Maybe NBA YoungBoy. I don't know. But this goes to show, too, and this is to the youth, man. When it come to this street shit, bro, that shit over with, man. That shit over with. If you a young dude, listen to this, and you see this shit, man, you think you some street nigga or whatever, bro, listen, let me keep it clear. Let me just give you the game, man. Only people love you, your family. The one that's supposed to be your hitter, the one right by you, he talking about he the realest, that's going to be the one tell on your ass in federal court. Because whoever this OTF Jam is, he pulling up the court, he doing this. Yeah, right there. Little Durk gave me $50,000 to do a hit. He's going to save his ass. He's going to save his ass. And this is how this happens. So I don't really see that Brian Steele anybody, man. They got 35 witnesses. 35 of them tough street niggas are going up there to testify against this man, and they gonna nail his ass to the wall. I don't see this young brother coming home. And it's what it is, man. This is the game. And I mean, he slid for Vaughn. I guess due to pressures from social media, he slid for Vaughn. He wanted to be gangster and shit, and you got to pay for that, man. You take a life, you got to go sit down. You got to go sit your ass down. That's just how it works. And they have everything. They got just terabytes and terabytes of records, and all these guys are erratic. They are holding hands, singing like choir members in this federal courthouse. So all the dominoes are beginning to fall. So let this be a lesson, man. Them streets done, man. Get you a trade. Let me tell y'all something, man. And when it comes to this entertainment business, I've been in it a long time. I'm a pharmacist as well as a comedian. I never, not once, let my license lapse as a pharmacist. You get what I'm saying? If comedy doesn't work out, honestly, I don't even need to be a comedian at all. I can gracefully bow out. However, it's something that I love to do. And there are guys way funnier and far better than me who have done way less than me, who probably won't make it. And a lot of people won't make it. This entertainment shit is more of a thing of, really, I think whatever genre you decide to do, if it's rap, writing movies, comedy, whatever, all you can do is really just do it out of the love for the game, out of the passion, because you probably won't make it. That's just what it is. That's the reality of it. So you need to have you some type of trade, some type of skill, something, right? Because it's just a game of, they sell it to black people. We are infatuated with entertainment. We infatuated with entertainers, but the numbers just aren't on our side. You know what I mean? For every one Jay-Z, it's a billion niggas that failed. For every one Beyonce, it's people way more talented, and your talent doesn't even necessarily deem how successful you're going to be in the game. It's far more than talent. It's like ability, talent, is right place, right time. There are so many factors and so many variables involved. But when you look at the numbers and you look statistically speaking, a trade is good. Some form of education, learning a skill, that's where we need to go. Especially nowadays, because this shit is like, when I look at the realm of entertainment or what entertainers are, when we think back, and I think I talked about this the last podcast, I grew up to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was the most famous person on earth. People went crazy over Michael Jackson. In 2026, one of the most famous people on earth is Mr. Beast. Now, I'm not saying Mr. Beast isn't talented. He's talented in the realm of he's this YouTube guy that can get lots of attention, right? A strategist, a business strategist. But compare him to Michael Jackson. You get what I'm saying? So your talent really doesn't mean anything. I was having a conversation with a comedian, and we were DMing each other, and I said, because he was being mean and he posted some shit, I just said, well, repost it again. And he said, well, post something funny. And I said, you think funny matters in comedy? Funny doesn't matter in comedy. Not in 2026. Funny don't mean shit. I know motherfuckers could sell out a world and just aren't funny. I mean, maybe that's just me being subjective, but what I see is like, bro, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just not funny. But no, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? One of the best rappers I think out right now is Akimi Ali. And why this brother's not selling theaters and touring, young brother, a good-looking guy, I don't know. And I mean, this talent is through the roof. I'm a huge fan. So this whole entertainment thing is just, it's a wash, man. Tell these kids, man, get educated or whatever, and don't listen to these podcast niggas and these idiots that are selling these e-courses, they trying to push this notion, well, college ain't worth it. When the statistics say otherwise. Where 80% of millionaires have a college degree. So until you show me 100% of millionaires with no college degree, what you're saying means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. And what happened, especially with this rap, specifically trap music, it's like this. You think of O Block, right? I'm from South Side of Chicago. You think of O Block, that drill music went heavy. You know, I was gone because I left Chicago at 18, 1995. I went away to college. But man, dude, I think the mid 2000, like 2010 and 11 and 12, you had this thing called drill music where these kids really rapping about the hits they're doing. They're rapping about deleting other black people. And not only were they rapping about it with impunity, but they got a reward when they took out their own kind. They were celebrated with a record deal and money, which sent signals to other kids in the community to say, hey, man, I'm trying to get on. I got to be a hitter too. But for every one that got on, 10,000 didn't. For every one that was rewarded, 10,000 went to jail. For every one that was rewarded, 10,000 died. You see what I'm saying? So this perpetual cycle that goes on and on. So to be honest with you, I'm kind of happy the shit is over with. And I want to see my people thrive. That's what I want to see. So I speak down. I'm relatively against, and I try to shame street niggas. And like I said, too, what's thrown up in my face by not all, but some comics like to bring up me calling the police and suing Mike Epps for when I got jumped in 2014. Nigga, that's what you're supposed to do. If you are attacked by any person as a man or whatever, bro, sue, especially if he got some paper. Sue that motherfucker. The fuck? Black, white, blue, or green. I'm not a street guy. White people don't get... You ain't never heard a white man get called out or ostracized by his people because he sued Tim, who punched him. Never. And you don't see a lot of that because they know the repercussions from it. Nigga, I don't want to be your goddamn friend. I don't want to be your friend. You attack me. I won't try to put your ass in jail. That's what I want to do. I want to destroy your life without me going to jail or jeopardizing my own freedom. Shit. And I take no shame in that. So, yeah, man. Go look that up, big homie. It was back in, look, we cool now, whatever. But this happened back in 2014. This is about 12 years ago. You can look into that. It's all, they have stuff about it on YouTube and stuff like that. But people will bring it up and try to hurt me with it. Like they doing something. But it's nothing that I ran from. It's nothing that I denied. It's something that I looked in the camera and said, yeah. Yeah, nigga, that's what I did. Like, the fuck? So I'm just keeping it funky with y'all. This has been a great show. We got 238 in the building. We are on fire right now. We are on fire. So, but also too, after that, check out me and Mike in the movie Uncle Drew, and also check us out on not the season before this season of BET's Comic View. So check that out. But yeah, that's just something I let y'all know. And fuck, I don't run from nothing. I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all at all times. I'm gonna tell my truth, live my truth. Because when you go to line, that's what people can hold against you. So no, I'm gonna live it. But yeah, Durk, it's not looking good, bro. It is not looking good. So, and then
I had a prep talk with a baby threatened not to.
what is this? Is this a Little Durk rhyme or something? Let's see. I know they gonna probably block this, but
I had a prep talk with a baby threatened, I told him to keep his eye. I had a prep talk with a baby threatened, I told him to keep his eye. I don't need a switch, I'ma get up close and you see this shit. Watch me squeeze this bitch, stand up over here, no idea shit.
That's the music video. Now look at his little ass crying now. What you crying for? What you crying for, man? Stand on your shit, nigga. 10 toes. I hate to see little street niggas get caught up and they want to cry, man. When you in the back of that squad car, nigga, you about to go do that time. Quit all that bitch ass crying, nigga. Stand on that shit like a G. What you crying for? What you crying for, boy? Stand on it. You tough. You tough, man. What you crying for, bro?
Oh, somebody, he needs some milk.
Let's see, he crying. Now, before, you know, you slid and slide and shoot him up, and you wear your chain, and you do this, and you do that, and now you crying when the feds come get you. And so is it wrong? You know, they don't want you to call the police or nothing. You a snitch, you call the police or whatever, but you supposed to be the tough person. You supposed to be the one. When I call them laws, you supposed to, get out of this situation. Take them out. You supposed to take out that cop, that bailiff, the judge, the prison ward, the guard. I believe in you, tough man. You tough. I'm trying to do it so I don't play the video. So I played a little bit of this. Him. Now this is him. He's sliding. Look at. Look. Now look. This him telling. This him telling now. This when Mama bring the little picture up when he was at church. Let's see what he got.
I tell you about the murder. I swear to God. I tell you about the murder. I swear to God. Wait a minute. I tell you about the murder. I swear to God. I tell you about the murder. These fix my son. I tell you about everything.
On my son. He gonna tell him about everything.
I swear to God. I tell you, I was.
Boy, listen. Y'all would not want to see. I know y'all be calling me Judge Mathis. Y'all wouldn't want to see me as a judge. Oh boy.
Man, what?
Look at him. Look at him. Why you crying? Don't cry. You don't have to cry, baby. You don't have. Why you didn't cry when you had the gun? Why you didn't cry when you pulled the trigger? Why you didn't cry when you pulled that trigger? Huh? What? They about to tell on every day. This comes with the game. This come with the game. This is a part of the game, man. You got to stand on that, man. You big tough. If you want to be a big tough, bad street, I want to get the attention. Nigga, you got to stand 10 toes down, bruh.
Is it no way?
Look at. And you see, let me tell you what's going to happen. You see, he not the biggest guy. He's not a big kid. He's not big. He's a little guy. He didn't want this life. So when he get into that, when he in that prison yard, he got nice, the little hair. It's gonna be about older prisoner to come up to, hey. That older prisoner, he's going, hey man, it's gonna be all right. I'm your friend. And you know what that comes with. And this is me giving compassion to the young boy. I'm giving compassion. Look at that.
Address you stay at, so I'll go check on
Now you see, now I'm gonna mute the song. But see, this is you in the video. This is confusing. Let's see, he wasn't crying right here. Now we see him with Durk in the video. He's happy. Look how happy he is. He's doing the gang shake. No tears. I don't see a tear. He's not worried. Look at him. He's happy. He's happy. Look at that boy. Look at he's smiling. That tooth missing. What's that? Why? Oh, now we go back. Here we go again. He's back. Oh, what? You wasn't crying in the video. That's.
Relax. What's the number?
When I tell you, Durk ain't gonna never see the light of day again. If I'm Brian Steele or whoever his attorneys are, just go ahead and drain him and get whatever money's left, because he won't see the light of day. It's over. And it should be a lesson to the youth. If you and then if you're not taking this as a lesson and you still want to be out there, you know what I mean? Like, I hope you are, so you give me more content where I can roast your dumb ass. You be like this guy. It's terrible. Like, it doesn't matter. Look, crazy. Yeah. So that's it. He slid. He was tough. He was tough until you ain't tough no more, man. What a great show. Well, guys, we're going to wrap this up, man. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Unless y'all got something else y'all want to talk about, y'all can let me know in the chat. Maybe I could cover one more subject. And also, too, if it's some subjects y'all want me to cover, something y'all find out during the day, y'all can DM me on any of the social media platforms, or just email me at lavarwalker@me.com, and I can cover certain topics and stuff like that, man. And then sign up for my email list too at lavarwalker.me. Just scrolling in the bottom. Let me see. What's up, 79 Row? Shout out to everybody. Oh, shout out to big homie Jules for pulling up with that boy gave me them gifts. I don't think I'm gonna get a copyright strike. They typically just make me take out the music because I'm not. They not as harsh. But thank you for that. Be humble. Yeah. But guys, we're going to wrap it up, man. What a great, great show. I thank all of y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. What are we at now? We 3 days in. I haven't missed a day. Today is Wednesday, and it's been cool, man. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, Instagram, everybody that's following me, man. I appreciate this, man, because like y'all say, man, I can't do it without y'all, and I'm building it from the soil. I don't put my head up no celebrity's ass. I'm not trying to be doing all them pictures, and I don't do all that. So it's just us. And I appreciate y'all supporting me on this journey. This has been another episode of LeVar Walker Show Podcast. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 9 a.m. Be here. All right? Holla at me.